Alright guys, welcome back yet to another video. So today in this video I'm talking about NZD-JPY, the reason why we lost on this trade. So I'm going to explain it to the T, and I need you to pay attention so that you don't repeat so that maybe you guys don't also repeat the same mistake as I did on this pair. So with that said, let's get started. Oh, by the way, if you enjoy this kind of videos, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and also turn on your notification. Let's get started. So this is the reason why I lost on NZD-JPY. These are the reasons. Number one, as you can see, I normally take a trade when we have 2 or 3 time frames in sync. So, and normally I break down my markets on a Sunday, and then I chill and relax as I wait for to set up so that I can play out. So this market here, NZD-JPY, the weekly time frame was bearish, as you can see. Last week it had closed around here because this week this just ended here. So we were here. We were still bearish because we had not yet, shifted structure. As you can see, this was our lower high, then this is our lower low down here. So these two zone here, our lower high and then our lower low. This did not break above, so the market was still bearish by that time. It was around down here where this arrow is. So we were bearish on the weekly. And as you can see, weekly bearish. And as you can see on my little text here, weekly we were bearish, and then the daily also we were bearish. Before we were bullish. Let me explain. So let's go to the daily time frame. So on the daily, by that time when I was breaking it down, we were, let us see, this was the daily. Let us start from up here, this last leg here. The daily was bullish by this time. It broke it was still bullish, it had not yet broken structure. Then here it had a shift of structure, making it bearish because we broke this higher low, so making us bearish, creating a new lower low, and here becomes our new lower high. So from there the market was having a retracement back to this little area that I created, the little area. So by then the market was somewhere around here and we were still bearish. Reason being, we had not yet closed above this zone. So we were still bearish by that time when I was looking at this market here. Remove this. So the daily we were bearish. Now we have 2 time frames in sync, meaning I'll be looking for sells rather than buys. And then our 4 hour. The 4 hour. We were bearish by this time, creating lower low, lower highs, and then a lower low. Then we had a shift of structure, new high high, high low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So this is where we were. We were still bullish on the 4-hour time frame, and then my bias for this market was sells, not buys. So this is where I went on my daily time frame to look for the area of interest or my support and resistance. So pull this little rectangle tool here. This was our previous lower low, this zone here, with this downer one here. So this is where I'm going to look for my area of interest. So since we are going for sales, we start from the bottom, pulling back up, looking for zones with more taps. That means the market respects these zones. So this zone here, there's no 3 taps, so the market doesn't respect this area. We have this zone here. We have 1, 2, 3. It's a respected zone, but it was too close because the market was above it, so it was invalid. So I had to continue up until where the market eased. The market was currently here. So that's where my little zone came in. I had to narrow it down there. So this zone was valid because we had 1 tap here, then another tap here, another tap here, another tap here, and if you look also here, there's another tap. So whenever we are under this zone, we go down. Under it, we go down. Above it, we go up. Above it, we go up. Above, up. Above it, up. So since we were under here, since the market closed under here, so definitely the market has to go down. So that's where I'll pick this little selling tool. So since I had gotten my area of interest, so I knew I'm going for sell. So first move this. Yeah, I was going for sell. My stop loss 40 pips. Normally I like to put my stop loss at 40 pips. 45. 40 pip. So we have a 1 to 2 down here. So this was it. That was how on Sunday I looked at this market and I was prepared for sales. So the market was here, so I was waiting for this retracement to this zone here, reject, and then go down. So, but then what happened is the market pulled to the zone beautifully. Then it had a daily rejection. But the problem is that it is closing above, and whenever we are above and reject, we head to the upside. So I took the trade on this on Thursday, this date here. And the mistake that I made was here on the 4 hour. Close. So on the 4 hour, as I was looking at it, we were still, we had created a left, something like a head. Wait a second. We had created like a left head and the right shoulder, which was a fake out. It didn't break. So I was waiting for this break and it did not happen. It was a fake out, so this was the number one reason I should have avoided this trade. But at this moment I wasn't in yet. So I saw this, that it was a fake out, so I avoided this loss. The market went up to this zone to retest it, had a rejection, another rejection, but then it decided to continue up. Since it did respect this zone, so I was like, you know what, maybe this round psychological level we might have our entry. So we had this evening star formation here. The very nice, beautiful bearish engulfing. So once I saw this, I was like, you know what, since the 4 hours rejected with this beautiful engulfing candlestick, I was like, you know what, now let me get ready to enter. So here's where I went down on the 30-minute. So on the 30-minute, we had a nice left. A nice push to the outside, and it ended up creating a left head, and then the right shoulder, which also broke the neckline, which is now a valid one. And then on this retracement where of the neckline, on the retracement of the neckline here is where now I made the mistake. As we were having this retracement, what I should have waited for is the retracement, which is retesting this EMA, then the rejection, which is this candlestick, and then the entry, which would have been this candlestick here for me to enter. Now this one didn't give me my entry, but I had already made the mistake of entering at the retest. So this is the reason why I lost on this trade. So next time, guys, if you're entering on this pattern, the left head, right shoulder, you need for it to break the neckline, which is this zone here. After the break, then you need for it to retest the EMA, reject it, and then give you a bearish engulfing candlestick like this one here. Once this candlestick had happened here, then for sure this trade would have went down. But since it did not happen, the market just went up. So I was praying that London session come, nothing happened through London. Then New York came, we had some little push with bearish engulfing, then another bearish engulfing. At this point I was like, you know what, we could have that push to the downside since there are sellers and there's not enough volume for the sellers are in the market. But then I was still wrong because I was neglecting this weekly time frame. Because if you go down on the weekly, time frame, give me a second. Holy shit, what the fuck am I doing? Because if you go down on the weekly time frame, we had this week here. We had this weekly spinning top. This weekly spinning top, and something for you guys to notice. Whenever the market is going up or moving upwards or bullish, right now it's like having a push to the upside. So this weekly push to the upside, we had this weekly that closed like a doji or a rejection, leaving a ginormous wick here. So this next week, this candlestick would have, it's supposed to fill up this wick here. So this is where I made that mistake. This week here was not the week for me to enter this trade, because this week was just filling up this week that we created last week. So they were filling up this week, and I had neglected. If I had noticed it earlier that this week we were going to have a fill up this week here, then I would have avoided entering this trade. So I only noticed that once I saw this. Go back to the 30 minute. I only noticed this once I saw this thing here. Where were we? So was it this? Let me go back to the 15 minute. I think on the 15 minute time frame. Normally this pattern here which you're seeing, this N here, is a continuation pattern. This sort of like an N. It's a continuation pattern for a bullish market. You might see and think it's going bearish, but it's a continuation trend for the bullish market. So I didn't see that pattern because I was, blinded. As you can see, it's beautiful here on the 30 minute. Left the nice N. So I was blinded by this trade and ended up losing. Does it suck? Yes, it sucked. So next time better. These things can happen. And this kind of loss is really good because it tells you straight away that you were wrong about the trend, rather than this trade where it tries to play, it doesn't go to your take profit, it comes back and then wakes you out and then goes to your take profit. That kind of trade, man, really pains, rather than this one where you just, once you enter, straight to your stop loss. That kind of trade is beautiful because you just know you are wrong about this market direction. And now this market, I'll look at it next week and see if we get opportunities on it. If we do, then it's great. If we don't, there'll be other markets for us to look at. So with that said, this is the reason why I lost on NZDJPY. And the most important thing, I should have waited also for the 4 hour shift of structure, since we were having a bullish trend, bullish push to the upside. This is where I should have waited for the shift, for it to break under here, because once it had broken under, then it would come back to retest this round psychological area alongside with maybe the 1 hour EMA, 30 minute EMA, rejected, and then boom, go down. But that also didn't happen, so that's also another reason why I lost. So next time you're entering, please wait for the confirmations before you enter, and lesson learned. Next time we won't repeat this on another trade. We'll be so keen. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna stop here, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then also make sure to recommend the video to your friends who are struggling maybe with trading and then want to learn free knowledge or get free trade ideas from me, from the markets that I analyze. Then they can subscribe to this channel. See you guys on the next video. Peace out.